Hi, my name is Mitra. I'm a servant. I serve through teaching, coaching, consulting, or any other way that I can find to share what I know with those who want to know. And this Lights On podcast is one of those ways. It was created with consciousness and mindful living in heart. So join us as we travel through many roads of learning and transformation together. And if you enjoy our podcast, please give us feedback by rating us 5-star and share us with others if you think they may benefit from it. On behalf of my team, I thank you for your presence. This episode is about love. Yeah, love again. No matter how many times we talk about love, it seems like it's not enough. Well, the word love, as I have mentioned many times before, I think it's a word and an experience that may have been stretched a little bit, and the word love may have been overused or sometimes misused or even abused. But when we say love, even if we do mean love, love may have two different sources. A love that comes from the mind, especially from the rational mind, and the love that comes from our heart. The love that comes from the mind has many, many conditions attached to it. So anytime you hear yourself saying, I love you, but, that but is indicator of a condition. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's absolutely nothing wrong, but it's important that we distinguish and see the difference between the love that emanates from the mind and the love that comes from the heart. The love of heart has very, very few, I would say no, conditions. It is there because of our connection, because we are remembering our deeper connection with each other, whether it's a love for someone we know or someone we don't know. It's because we have really remembered our deep connection, and there is no conditions around it. And it is there whether we are together physically or not, whether it's the love that we call an intimate love, or whether it's the love of a child or another human being for no particular reason. So I'm distinguishing between these two loves because sometimes we confuse them with each other and make a decision based on a long-term relationship, based on this sort of confusion. And we may love with our heart and live with each other with the love of the mind, meaning with conditions, or the other way around. We may enter a relationship with the mind of the love of the mind, which has many conditions. And then when we go home with each other, then we realize those conditions are not satisfied. And if there is no love of the heart, then it will be a big problem. So let's take a listen together and see if you can tell the difference between the love that you experience for different people in your life and whether you feel and experience them as a love that is from your heart or from your mind, or maybe an integrated heart and mind love. This is for your use only. Please don't start judging other people's love for you because you will probably never know. It's better to examine it from our end. All right, let's take a listen together. There are really two different kinds of love. The love that comes from the mind and the love that comes from the heart. And sometimes we use them interchangeably. When I say I love, pizza or soup, that's the mind love. That's the want and need love. It's based on a need or a want that comes from the mind. And when I say I love my child, I love my daughter, I love nature, I love other human beings in any sense or any other sentient being. That is a love that comes hopefully from a heart-centered place. And when we mix these two up, then we become very confused. So I recall working with someone who wanted to decide between two people that they had the opportunity to go further with in relationship, in a romantic relationship. And I remember asking them, tell me about the person number one and the person number two. And what was fascinating, that the person number one description sounded like somebody that we want to hire for our company. This person has this qualification and they've traveled to these places and I thought, okay. And then the second person had more of a feel to it. And I kept asking with the first one, I said, so how does it feel when you are with this person? And I kept hearing qualifications and I couldn't get a sense of feel. So the second person was more about a feeling that I feel like this. We're so comfortable with each other. We go deep with each other. We, this and that. I am more myself. And I said, so what is your question? And they said that they feel they love both these people equally. And I said, you are right. You love one with your mind and you love the other one with your heart. The mind says that this person qualifies as a partner, meaning they have all the qualifications. They are the right size or right economic, come from the right economic background or have the right education and so on and so forth. And by no means I'm saying these are not important. Please hear me on this. I'm saying that when it goes to that place, and stays in that place and never goes beyond that outwardly qualifications and mind-oriented qualifications, that we know that perhaps that is a different kind of love than the love that we may be looking for. And the wholesome love is where you feel comfortable with whatever the situation is, and you also accept whatever they have that may be serving you. So distinguishing between these two kinds of love allows us to not, at least within ourselves, mix them up. I love the plumber that came and unclogged my difficult water situation. And that was a mind love. And when I stayed with that, I actually heard the plumber as a person and I felt a sense of connection. And that was the heart connection. I saw him sweating and I know it's COVID time, so nobody does anything and doesn't go close. I brought him a really nice, refreshing drink that I had made, homemade, and offered him. And all of a sudden, as he took his mask away to look at me, I felt like, wow, I experienced him not as a person who's just come to fix something that I need, but also as a wonderful human being that I connected with. So you experience it, and I really invite people who are listening in, and if this goes home for you, just in your own experience, check it out and see if you can distinguish between the heart love and the mind love and see which one is present for you at any given time. Hope this episode answered the question or two for you or provoked and inspired questions in you. I'm so grateful you showed up and listened up. Until the next time, be well and stay curious.